Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Oh shit. Hey Taurus. What's up, you guys? Welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. My friends call me TT. You are welcome to as well. Before we get into today's channel message, like we always do, let's talk about who this message is for, okay? I feel as if there's certain friends. This is going to be for someone out there that is really separating themselves from certain types of friends, social groups. You're really doing your homework, testing the characteristics and the personality traits of those that you mingle with, right? And as you're doing that, you're discovering that there are certain people that you're not going to be taking with you to this next phase or this new chapter in your life. You're also discovering that you won't be for everybody. There are going to be people that will drop off themselves, and they will kind of determine that they don't want to be your friend anymore, or they don't want to be associated with you anymore. And this could be someone that you have known all your life, or this could be someone that you share similar life experiences with. Y'all may have the same type of personality traits, creativity, and that empathy that you share is what brought you together. That, oh my God, I feel like I know you from a past life. I feel like we're family, soul tribe energy, things like that. And as you're going through this transition, we'll call it a transition, I feel as if something just isn't working anymore. It's not personal. It's really a matter of you knowing what type of people that you want to be associated with, and you knowing what type of people that you don't want to be associated with. So if that resonates for you, yeah. If that resonates for you, I feel like there's going to be some type of confirmation or proof that you get that lets you know that you're done, or lets you know that there's no coming back, or you guys have outgrown each other. It could come in the form of something you see online. It could become in the form of something that you hear. But it's like you're going to raise your brow a little bit. You're going to have like this moment where you give something a bombastic side eye. And based off that side eye, it's going to trigger a moment where you're like, oh, okay, that's what TT's talking about. I remember feeling this exact emotion in regards to a particular person, or a particular past influence, right? It's going to trigger some type of inner child past, okay? And it has something to do with influence, right? So when you were growing up, you were surrounded by people that had great power and great influence. Let's call them authority figures. Those authority figures had a certain way of kind of, I don't know, betraying or doing things that maybe it wasn't something they should have been doing, right? We all have a history of that. So if that resonates with you, let's go ahead and see what's going on. I'm going to shake my little dice up here. What's going on around you, right? In the energy. And see what's going on, Taurus. And whatever comes out, I will be giving you advice from the tarot cards in just a brief moment. Right after these messages. All right, so let's see. If it's too loud in your ear, I apologize. Okay. Oh. Something was going on when you were younger, right behind your back, or currently right now. There's always something going on behind your back. There's always someone laughing. There's always someone making light of serious conversations or topics. Making mistakes. Okay. It feels like panic. Okay. And maybe you're laughing it off, or maybe you feel like someone around you is making light of a very sensitive topic. Okay, and that sensitive topic may be triggering for somebody, right? And it's like, oh well, if you could say something like that, then that's not a friend. Or if you could say something like that, then I don't want to be associated with that, because those are red flags to me. No one should laugh at someone else's pain. No one should laugh at situations that were traumatic or that were bad. So I feel like what's going on around you is you're questioning the integrity or the moral integrity of those around you, your friend groups and things like that. It's like, why would you laugh at someone else's experiences in life? Or why would you brush something off like it wasn't important? Or there's something to that degree. Someone has did some type of laughter to someone's misfortune. That's what I'm seeing here. And based off of that laughter or that humor that someone did, it's like, oh, I don't ever want to deal with that person again, or I don't ever want to talk to that person, because I know that relationship is I know how it ends in this type of dynamic. I know how this ends for that type of person that doesn't understand the power of their influence, that doesn't understand how they may impact the people around them. This is an energy of elements outside of yourself that are, of course, out of our control, but it's also the chemistry, right? When we no longer vibe and we no longer have the same chemistry, you feel like spilt milk, right? And I can either cry over spilt milk, or I can remove myself from those people, places, or things. You feel me? Sometimes conflict and adversity, that I feel like there's a chaos element here. We may want to avoid situations of arguments or opposites of opinion. One person may want to talk, the other person may not want to. But it's rooted in something to do with not being sure if you can trust that person to have your back, not being sure if you can trust the people around you to stand up for you when you're not there. What do they say behind your back? What do they do behind your back? This is how you judge character. This is how you really decide who's worthy, okay, to be around you. Spirit wants me to pull a tea leaf. Yeah, this is a new direction as well. This one wanted to come out. And I feel like you're not trying to go back to anyone that has this type of personality, characteristic, or something like that. All right, so we have heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Let's get two more, Spirit. We have fly, a period of ill health or depression. And then we have mountain. You are on the road to success. Okay. So let's say, for example, that you are really trying to do what you love. That's what I'm seeing here. You're trying to do what you love, and it's been an uphill battle for you to get certain opportunities, to have a fair shot, equal opportunity, and things like that when it comes to just like your health, your love relationships, and everything in regards to your victory, your success. This is your journey after all. And I feel like there's this energy of, I'm constantly finding myself back at the same meeting point. I'm constantly finding myself back at the same door, back around the same people, and I can't figure out how, for the life of me, how to like avoid all of this and get to my destination where I'm able to be around my soul tribe of people that look like me, talk like me, believe like me, and there's no conflict. There's just peace. It's just love. It's just light. Yeah, where there's no more ill health. There's no more depression. So you've seen a world in your mind's eye that is perfect, and it's, for some, holy, for others it's all love, no darkness, and you would like to get there. And based off of how you've seen this heaven, you're in pursuit of getting to that point where you can feel at ease and rest, where your love isn't taken for granted, and you're not mingling with people that are of lower vibrations. You really want to get to a place of being of high vibrations, and you want to stay there respectfully. So with based on what's going on around you, let's get some advice on the matter, because I feel guided to do so. Spirit, what advice do you have for Taurus in helping them accomplish their success, and helping them achieve their goal, receive their love, experience their heaven on earth? What's your advice to Taurus? The Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Two of Cups. I heard it's not me, it's them. It's the karmic. It's the third party. It's not me that's defensive. It's not me that has the bad energy. It's the karmic. They're the ones that's making it difficult for me to have the loving relationships that I have. They're the ones that is dragging my person to hell, and my person is unable to ascend with me. And this is the reason why I have to have my boundaries up so high, because I don't know what that damn karmic is going to do. This is the reason why I have to watch my back, because that damn karmic is going to do something to me. And once they finally get rid of that toxic person, and they finally remove themselves from letting their good, kind, loving nature be manipulated by a low vibrational person, we can run off into the sunset, be happily ever after. So you kind of, there's this energy of Taurus, you feeling as if you're being set back and having to start over and repeat the same cycles or the same lessons, because your counterpart isn't learning theirs, and what is affecting them is affecting you, and it's making it difficult for you to like you're like a wounded warrior out here, Knight of Wands, having to defend yourself. And so the adverse effect that it has on you is you're unsure about this connection. You're unsure if you should even, communicate with this person, or if you should cut ties completely. You're unsure about what exactly you should do to preserve yourself, even though you desire a relationship with someone else. So the preservation of self is highlighted here. Okay? And I feel like Spirit is saying that if there's this reflection type of connection happening between you and a counterpart energy, there's no way that only they can be at fault, because everything is connected, right? So the work that you perform on yourself to love yourself, to make time to not just build your spiritual elevation as far as how you perceive humanity and the world and how we relate as human beings and human design and all of the astrology, whoop de whoop blah, right? But it's also the self-love practices, the process of the self-love practices and the self-love journey, what that looks like, right? Can we really say as a collective consciousness that we are secure in our bodies if we don't like the reflection that we see on our physical vessel? Can we really say that we love our heart if we're mad that our heart keeps putting us in situations that we don't like? How can we love ourselves if we have that perspective around our heart doing what it wants to do, right? The heart wants what the heart wants. But if you have a distorted perception with your heart, it will render you void. It will render you insecure. So trusting your heart has to come before everything else. Because what I'm seeing here is Spirit is saying, I don't trust my heart because my heart wants what's not good for it. There's a reason why your heart is desiring something that's not good for it. There's an addiction. There's a program. There's a parasite. There's something that has a craving for something. So it's something within it. There's a reason why you once liked it. At some point, you may not like it now, but the reason why you were attracted to it is still existing within you. Right? Let me use a random example. Let's say you like chips, right? And you always eat chips. You have a craving for chips. It's something that you like. It's a real small addiction and you wouldn't even notice it. But you always eat it. Even though it's not always good for you in certain doses, right? You'll see it on the shelf and you get excited. Your heart wants it. Oh, that's my favorite chip. I want that. That's an emotional reaction. So I feel like Spirit is saying you're going to have to get a handle on your emotional reactions to how you receive these experiences. You're going to have to get an emotional grip on your feelings when it comes to anything in your life, especially when it comes to a relationship. Because what you're going to hear, like a fly on the wall, if you're hearing the story and you're hearing what's going on in the collective and things like that, and it's like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing this shit. You don't have an emotional grip. You're unable to receive information without taking it personal. So, of course, every little thing that someone says when they laugh about it or they make light of it, you're going to get triggered because you're going to be like, you're laughing at my pain. But that person ain't laughing at your pain. They're being a Buddhist. But it's not personal to you, which means if they trigger you, the relationship that you have with this person is letting you know that if a reader or hearing collective messages about anything can trigger you, then you're going to be way more triggered if you did have that relationship that you want. So the advice for you is very clear. Get an emotional grip on how you respond to relationships, whether that be friendships, family, romantic, or platonic. Because if you don't, your heart will continue to take you into spaces that you do not want to go. It's easier to control the outside environment than it is to get a control on your own personal impulses and desires. So, if you feel like you're capable, if you feel like you're ready to go deeper, Taurus, and you are ready to receive whatever channel message is about to come next, and see what's manifesting for you, right? And get that clarity that you need to know, stay a while. But if this is where we part, I hope that advice finds you well and continues to help you on your journey whenever you need it. All right, Taurus. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me find my cause y'all know I be channeling right in my little bookity. So I gotta find the page. I was sitting and I was just watching the sky and I was watching the sun and I was like, this is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And as I'm about to get ready to go see my chiropractor, I really feel like this message is going to be very important and pivotal, and it may not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be what you need to hear right here, right now, okay? So, this is still for the same collective, and let's get into it, all right? Let's pull up this card. All right, so Spirit is saying to please refrain from watching the pot. I don't know what you're doing, what you're working on, what you're manifesting, whatever it is that you're trying to see successful into fruition. They want you not to watch the pot. Don't try to make sense of everything. All right, don't try to make sense of what the universe is doing. Don't try to control, don't try to use the information to make it work for you. The universe is registering that as you're not healed and you need to go back to the beginning. All right, you need to go back to the beginning. You ever play that game, red light, green light? And you know, when you walk in and they say red light, green light, and if you're still moving, you got to go back to the front of the line or the back of the line. That's pretty much what's happening here. Where you're constantly being taken back to the beginning because you're getting impatient, getting overwhelmed, and you're missing the wisdom or the gems that comes from trusting and going through the process. See, it's not always about the outcome, which is the part of every reading that we love to get, is what's the outcome? What's my future? What's coming towards me? But that outcome is only a trajectory unless you are actually experiencing the hardcore pain, adversity, struggle, joy, experience, which translates into wisdom, and it provides value that doesn't just help you, but it helps the overall collective through your expression of existence. All of this comes from trusting and going through the process. If this is in regards to your spiritual gifts or delays around certain manifestations, whatever it is, oftentimes are not our perspective of how or when something should happen pushes the very thing that we want away. So the universe is asking that you release control during this time, and instead of trying to fit a circle into a square, they want you to practice being carried away by the wave. They want you to practice how to go with the flow. They want you to heal. And you know, healing looks different, right? For different folks. All right, we all are folks from different strokes of life, walks of life, and healing looks different. You know, some people, they cry and they mourn their pain one way, and then other people's mourn it another way. Whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. Okay? But this is going to really hit different for someone out there within our collective that struggles with authority figures. This relationship or this distorted relationship that you've had over your lifetime needs to be healed around authority figures. People that have been in control, people that have dictated things, your parents, your leaders, your influencers. And what Spirit is showing me is that based off of those unethical authority figures, you've experienced in your life a lot of trauma. You've experienced a lot of darkness, right? So you're holding a magnifying glass to anyone that displays a certain level of lack of self-control, right? With their words, if they don't use the right tone of voice, if they don't speak to you the way that you need to be spoken to, if they don't manipulate everything about themselves for you to receive them, if they're not working extra hard to make sure that the message is for you, or they're not working extra hard to make sure that they're speaking for the receiver, right? Because in English language, they teach you, which is the lowest vibration, by the way. But anyway, they teach you that you're not communicating for yourself. You're communicating for your receiver. So you want to say it in a way that they can understand. And this is what you have needed, almost like spiritual crutches or spiritual training wheels. So their tone of voice, their words, and everything that they say or don't say right, you're holding them at a certain level of perfection, a certain standard of perfection because of their influence, because of their power. You start questioning whether or not they are as godly or as spiritual, or if they fall into the dark side, if they've become a karmic, or if they're still standing in the light, if they're still operating in their high vibration, or have they succumbed to their flesh. Yeah. And you're gonna feel triggered. This is why you feel triggered when someone speaks vulgarly. This is why you feel triggered when someone speaks with great passion, aggression, or authority. It all stems from your negative experiences with passion, desire, pleasure. It's a wound that's left unhealed but patched over. It's easier to patch it over, but it's harder to go within it. Thus, your relationship with everyone else exposes your unhealed ego and your unchecked shadow. So let's see what's manifesting, right? The fun part begins. Let's see what's manifesting. Spirit. Ooh, coming from behind the mask. Ooh. Step into the light, Caroline. It's destiny is calling. I hear it calling. Yeah, this one really wants to come out. Channel message for Taurus. What's manifesting, Spirit? Teacher. Ooh. You got these people are teaching you about your blocked heart chakra. Your heart chakra is imbalanced. Bottom of the deck, you got the thinking man. Your heart chakra is imbalanced. You believe that you're teaching people. You believe that you are the one that is that's called to do this work. But how can you do this type of work with a closed heart? When you feel like your heart has deceived you and your heart has betrayed you and you found yourself in unhealthy relationships, you have a love-hate relationship with your own heart chakra. This is why you have commitment issues or somebody. Negative thinking, negative speaking. I feel like this is why you're maybe so brass or so sharp with your tongue. Or if you're a masculine energy, you may really try to stay away from real aggressive women or real aggressive or bitchy or, like you really try to stay away from that type of energy, because they trigger your heart. And it's like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to be around that. But why does it bother you? So I feel like people are going to come around and trigger you. That's what's manifesting, is your heart about to be lit up. It's about to be lit up. And I see you really contemplating if you should even go outside. I'm turning my phone off. I'm hiding. I'm retreating. I ain't going around nobody. And if you're a feminine energy, it really feels like you got your sword ready to cut. You ready. You ready. You sleeping with two eyes open. Do you rest? Do you rest? Hell no, you don't rest. You do not rest. You ready? Oh my God. Why are you showing me that, Spirit? Spirit said, y'all scared of y'all own shadow. Oh my God. I cannot. Woo. You don't like what I'm saying, huh? That's okay. It happens to all of us. You don't like what I'm saying? I still love you though. What you're gonna learn is that love is also tough. Love is also real. Love is also raw. Love is passion. Love is aggression. And you're gonna get this loving. That's the problem with the world today. There ain't enough mamas out here that's gonna talk to you like a real lover. They gonna tell you what you want to hear. They gonna stroke your ego. But you not finna get that over here. No. I want you to get mad at me. I don't mind. I want you to get mad at me. I'm that bitch. I want you to get mad at me. I see you, but I still love you. Okay? Or whoever needed to know that. I still love you. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The World card. I'm going to flip her over because she got her little taw-taws out. You feel me? She got little taw-taws out. I'm never going back there again. All right? So what I see you is, I see you running from this opportunity. You go run. You go run from this opportunity out of fear. If that's really love or not. And that's okay. Because I can see what's happening here. You mad. Whoever you are mad. Whoever's in this frequency, you mad. It's not what you want to hear. It's not what you came for. Because you want to be the victim. Male or female, it don't matter. You want to be the victim. And you want somebody to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. You still want a dictator because you're accustomed to authority figures dictating your life. So you're in war and conflict with your heart and your ego. And you don't know which one is right. So the only thing you can do is come over here and pull out your magnifying glass and sit on the fence and watch. So you can make judgment. So you can feel in control. So you can feel in power. And you can suck your little teeth. And you can sit there and look away. And tell yourself you love and light. And I looked at my wrist. I got time today because I love you. And this is the way that I love. Because at the end of the day, you want this loving. You do. Because you want to ascend. And you're going to come right back. You'll come right back after you go lick your wounds, right? And you go read your own cards. And you go figure out what Spirit is trying to tell you. They're going to send you right back here. Disappointed. Right after you fall. See, everybody want to tell you something nice. And everybody wants to promise you that you're not going to lose and you're going to be succeeding. So you stick around and you listen to these readings because you're using it as confirmation and validation of your ego that you're going to succeed. But you ain't doing anything to change your relationship with your own heart. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. And if you think you know more than me, and you think you will know it all, then you're going to go way back to the back of the line. That mask ain't going to work over here. Yes. Just to get by. There's some bored energy here. You're resisting your own transformation. You're delaying this transition. It don't have to be this long. This is the only thing you fighting against is you and yourself. This ain't about me or anybody else. This is you and yourself. 10 of Pentacles. You can have it all. That's what they're showing me. You can have it all. You may already have a lot. But there's something in your dome. There's something in your dome. There's something in your DNA. There's something in your bloodline. There's just something that you just can't kick. There's something that you can't. There's a habit that you can't kick. Some of y'all is procrastination. Others of you, it's secrets from your childhood that you would never even tell or accept to admit. So you want to walk away and forget about it and just start over. And you keep wondering why you just can't let this one memory go. Because it's something in your DNA. And you need to get to the root issue. But more importantly, you need to stop trying to control the message that Spirit gives to you. And you need to stop trying to take it upon yourself to fix things to make it sound better for yourself. That's coddling. That's enabling. Because this, if you're looking for romantic love, what they feel about me, their feelings, check out the teletext playlist. But if you coming over here on this love nest, you're going to be loved like a mama bird. That's what you're going to get. You can talk back. It's going to click one day. And then you're going to heal. But it's going to click real soon. Something is about to click real soon. There's something that you've been working on. You want it real bad. And that shit is about to drop. Because in this next phase of success, some of y'all, this has something to do with your career. In this next phase of success, you're going to have to work differently to reach this next level. You're going to have to work differently to experience this new relationship. And Spirit's not telling you, wait until you get there to change who you are. Spirit is saying, trust the process because it's the experience that's going to develop the character necessary to receive what it is you asking for. Without the development of your character, you will be denied access. For those of you where this is career, let's get you some oracles. Mystifying. All right. So for all of y'all that are like spiritual gurus and you're into the mystery and you good at teasing the mind and you have this ability, right? Something's restricting you from really diving into the occult, embracing your gift. Something's restricting you. You know, we have mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Consider a career as a mechanic in automotive, aerospace, a repair technician. You have the ability to easily fix your finances, but a sacrifice may be needed. And that's in reverse. Do not watch the pot. If you're accustomed to watching the pot, you're accustomed to doing things on the grid or doing it the way of the grid, you're going to be disappointed because it's going to deplete you. You ain't going to be able to keep up with the algorithm. You ain't going to be able to keep up with shit. Let that shit go. And for those of you that are struggling with being able to really know if it's a parasite talking to you, your demons talking to you, your fear talking to you, it may be time for you to not listen so much to that negative self-talk, not listen so much to your mind, because some of y'all, this is like, you know, you're hiding or you're shying away because you're waiting for yourself to look the part, or you feel like, you know, it's like it's like one of those things when you know where somebody, they don't want to come off as a hater. So there's a couple of types here. So there's that one person that doesn't want to come off like a hater. So they tell other people, oh, don't worry about looks. Don't worry about what you have on. That's not real spirituality. That's not real. You know, if you're focused more on your attraction and all those things, that's not real love and light. That's not real spirituality. That's your ego. Wrong. Stop telling people that. But a person that is so engulfed in their attraction that they neglect their spiritual practices, and you're dressing yourself up to look the part, but you lack the spiritual wisdom, sit down and work on your heart chakra so you can stop making pretty hurt. And for that third personality type that's also in this room, that is so convinced, well, I don't have that issue because I go to the gym and I work out real well and I take care of my body and I love myself. You so independent, nobody wants you. You so focused on your body that you're detached. So nothing or no one will ever be able to please you. And you will be alone because you have a distorted relationship with your heart. Same thing go for men. It's the same concept here. That emotion that you get when you are trying to make a change in your life. Let's say you want to work out, right? And you're like, I want to work out, but I don't want to go to the gym because people are going to look at me. And then they're going to see my body shaking and they're going to see my flabbergasted this, or, you know, I don't want. And it's like your mind starts to talk to itself. And you shy away because it's safer not to look crazy, right? There's this issue, this bug that prevents humanity from connecting together, because it's like you are so concerned about what other people think of you that the reasons why you're doing it is for the validation, no matter how much you say that it's not. Because you want to be right. How many times have you gone out in public, you need to scratch your ass, but you're afraid to scratch your ass because somebody wants to see you scratch your ass? It's easy to just go wash your motherfucking hands afterwards. Or your nose itching and you need to pick that shit, but you scared of some, oh my God, they're going to see me pick my nose. Or, you're wearing that tight ass suit and your ass know that your briefs is stuck up your ass and it hurt. But you still gonna put on that tight ass suit because it look good. There's just so much things around people pleasing. And nobody knows what love is. Love is painful, but love is also sublime. This is the type of energy where somebody will hate on the next person for waking up and nurturing themselves and putting on makeup and doing their hair, and they will project their evil eye and do certain things because they feel inferior. They feel intimidated. They feel like, how do you have time to take care of yourself in that way? Why are you making time for that? Some people just enjoy it as a hobby. Some people enjoy taking care of their body as a hobby. That's a equal. What I'm explaining to you is two different of extremes. There's a balance. And that goes with everything. Too much of anything is a bad thing. But when you go with the flow and you just doing it because you feel like it and it makes you feel good, yeah, there's some magic attached to that. Because what you're tapping into is your good energy. But what I'm seeing here is that good energy is being masqueraded. Bad energy is being masqueraded as good energy in the spiritual realm. Your spiritual vessel is ugly. I don't care how beautiful you are on the outside. I don't care how handsome you are on the outside. But when your shadow supersedes you, it don't matter how good you look, how much money you have, you stink. Some of you guys are about to go through a whole like industry shift, a brand shift. You're about to go through like you're done. Like you're done doing something. You're done settling. You're done, people pleasing. And you're about to like rebrand yourself, redesign yourself. You're going through a metamorphosis. All right. Some of you guys, this is regards around your health, and your health about to improve. I'm talking about your spiritual, mental, and physical health. When they look at you underneath the magnifying glass, they gonna see how good you are. You see what I'm saying? And that's not to boast up your ego. This is about you saying yes to yourself. You bringing justice to yourself. That's where the healing begins. That's where that's where the money resides. That's where the healing begins. That's where your love relationship is. Focusing on yourself. Minding your business. Something in your life needs to be brought into balance. Your career may be in law, such as police, military, in courts, or the criminal justice. Be sure to be honest and ethical in money matters, or you'll face the consequences. Take it how it resonates. And energy, relationships, is money. It's currency. So make a equal exchange. Taurus, I love you guys. I genuinely do. And I hope that you love me too. If not now, maybe later. Okay? Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Taurus.